Hello everyone, Devstream 163 recap. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in today's video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the effort that I put in it, because I did definitely write up quite a notepad of items to run and talk to you guys about. So, before we actually do, leaving a like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. I tried to get as many details for you guys as I possibly could, and comment down below what is the most interesting part of the dev stream for you. So, the Veilbreaker update is going to be coming out in September. I don't know when. Honestly, my personal opinion, around this time, so 26th, 25th, somewhere around here. So that is going to be very cool. Now, Styanax, the new Warframe. He will be our 50th Warframe, and he will also be free for 2 weeks after the Veilbreak update launches. So basically all you have to do is log into the game and get Styanax for free. Now his primary is the Aphentis Spear Gun. I have no idea what kind of synergy they have, I didn't really show it, but it is a spear gun, which is okay-ish. Now Styanax's abilities. His passive is going to, his critical chance increases for weapons based on how much shields he has. It does count over shields as well, and double for spear gun weapons, so that's very cool. First ability is Exios Javelin. You basically launch Javelin at enemies, and if it hits the ground, if those enemies hit the ground, it creates a small vortex. They basically, in the gameplay, they utilize just basically jumping and throwing it down because it's guaranteed to hit the ground, so small vortexes all over the place. Theros Strike basically uses shields to stagger enemies for like around 6 seconds, and also cuts the enemies for cuts their shields and armor by 50%. It is the subsumable ability, so that is going to be quite interesting, quite many combos to probably be making. Rally Point, his third ability, buffs you and your nearby allies, giving you passive energy regen, and also every assist they get, you get shields back. And Final Stand is his fourth ability, basically a massive barrage of spears, where you literally throw many spears. It does slash damage, and Pablo did say that it's gonna scale well, so we'll see. Is it Octavia levels of scaling? Now, Veilbreak. On the screen right now, you see basically a summary of the Veilbreaker update. There's many things here, and I'll talk most about them. I'll talk about the quality of life changes, I'll talk about call, talk about a little bit about the call syndicate and everything else. And now on the screen, you also see another image talking about QL changes, which we'll get into, and then, of course, we'll get into all of those. So, some QL changes are going to be syndicates. The sigils are now only cosmetics, so that is really amazing. You don't have to equip any sigils. You basically just earn yourself what's called standing just by basically doing the same thing as you did before, but now you don't have to equip sigils, so that's very cool. The best tool I know, it's pretty much stayed the same. There's no new missions, no new anything to do. You just basically do the same thing that you did before. Switching between syndicates now is easier. For example, I'm negative, let's say with Steel Meridian, it's gonna give me sort of like an affinity boost, or I guess a syndicate standing boost, so I can max it out, or I guess reduce that minus much faster. These starter frames are getting a rework. First off, Excalibur, his first ability, they have added slash effects, or I guess status procs, or slash procs, there you go, and made it a little bit faster. And his third ability, they added slash procs as well. Now, Mag, pull has basically been changed in this really small way. Before, when you pulled enemies towards you, they would kind of go behind you, and now they basically just go in front of you, so that is very cool. Now, her third ability, when you pull them, you have like those little small magnetic sort of like orbs. They will, when you pull, they will be next to you, or I guess come really close to you, damage enemies that are nearby you, and if you put magnetize, those bubbles, or I guess those shards, will be dragged in and do extra damage, so that is very cool. Now, Volt, his first ability, the base cost of energy has been changed to 15 instead of, I think it's 25 Volt, and also he has gotten a speed buff and also a small duration increase, so that is very cool. Now, guiding, or I guess gilding changes. Basically, if you don't know what gilding is, when you get a amp, a Zaw, a kit gun, you level it up, then you have to guild it to actually gain master rank and I guess unleash its full potential or its final form. Basically, now it's as strong as it is now gilded, but you don't get master rank from it. So basically now gilding it basically just gives you master rank. So that is very, very cool. Now, the biggest changes, AoE changes. So, what they're going to be changing, first off, ammo changes. We have, there instead of 4 categories, so primary, secondary, shotgun, and sniper, they're going to be reducing it to 2 categories, primary and secondary. They also increased the ammo amount that you get from a pickup, but the ammo drops less than it did before. Now, switching between weapons has been increased for, I think, around 0.4 seconds. That is very, very cool. Now, it basically takes you 0.3 seconds to switch between weapons, so that's really, really cool. AoE doesn't do headshots anymore. So, if you explode your Kuva Braum on the ground, you have no headshots. If you do hit the enemy with your arrow, you will do a headshot if you hit it, of course, at the head. But it won't, AoE can't do, or I guess the explosions from AoE weapons cannot do the headshots anymore. And precision weapons have gained a 3 times headshot multiplier, so that is very, very cool. They also reduced the effect of Prime, Firestorm, and Fulmination. They reduced the percentage, I think, so instead of basically 3 times compared to the normal variant, it's been reduced, I think, to around 2 times. So that's, instead of 44%, let's say around 34, maybe somewhere around that point. So that is quite cool. What do I think of these changes? I do think they're gonna be influential at least a little bit. It might make me use, precision weapons a little bit more, so we'll see, I guess, when we get there. They also added Void Fissure missions for Steel Path, so that's very, very cool. You will get, basically, by completing these missions, guaranteed Steel Essence 1, as it is now, and also, of course, the resources mods and everything else that comes along with Steel Paths. Wukong Changes. Now, thank God Wukong wasn't changed for that much. So, when you tag an enemy with your first ability, which you were able to do, honestly, I even didn't know that, your, I guess, buddy will do more damage. He did that before, but now the biggest change is he uses your ammo. So basically, he uses the ammo that you use, and he won't be able to use your Kuva Braum and spam infinitely anymore. He will be using your Kuva Braum as ammo. Now, if your twin fires near you with an AoE weapon, you will get staggered, of course, if you don't have Prime Sure-Footed. His 4th ability will get a small base damage boost and also range growth. I think it goes up to 3 times now, 3 meters. Of course, it does grow by combo counter. And at the end of the forward combo, you will get a small sort of like a little vortex type of thing that will slowly drag in enemies. So that is very, very cool. Now, that is basically that's what they talked about, considering the, I guess, QoA. They did talk about a little bit of armor changes. Some Warframes will do more armor strips, some will do less, and stuff like that. So it really does depend on the Warframe and everything. I didn't really catch all of the details here. I know that, what's his name? Oberon will be able to literally 100% reduce enemy armor, and some other Warframes a little bit less. It's all percentages, all numbers. I don't really want to get into that. But now, some of the little bit cooler stuff, I guess. Not really cooler, but it's mostly cosmetic stuff. 4 more void shells added into the game. Those are basically what they added with the new war. A new, I guess, sort of finishes on your Warframe. We have for Nova, Excalibur, Wukong, and Styanax, the new Fog of War ephemera, and the Protea Deluxe skin, alongside, I think, now they did say Tonker skin, but I think it's like a grenade launcher skin. So, honestly, on the screen right now, you will see both, of course. It looks really cool. I do love it. There's also fur around her neck, making her look suave, so that is very, very cool. Now, Veilbreaker is, of course, a quest that is completed, or I guess will be able to complete after the new war. You will also get inside of your camp on Earth, if you don't know what that is, kind of skip this part. You will get Call, and you will be able to do weekly missions for him. I guess not for him, but as him. You will be able to customize your Call, and you also have this new buddy called Chipper, where you will be able to get Styanax from. I think all 3 of its parts and also his blueprint, so that should be it. They didn't really specify that. Also, weekly Archon hunts will be added. Now, Archons, if you don't know what they are, spoiler alert, really big spoiler alert, waiting for you to leave, and hopefully the people left. Archons are basically transformed warframes and stuff like that. That's at least what I understood. And you'll be hunting these. This is like a sortie type mission, so 3 missions progressively, and also having, I guess, the buff from arbitrations, for example, your primary, secondary, I think, and 3 random weapons basically will have a 300% increase to their damage, and also a Warframe will have a certain, I guess, stat boosted by 300% as well, so that is very, very cool. They did say that this is a little bit more difficult, and it's not like your straightforward boss fight where you just go in and kill it. They said it's a little bit trickier and everything. They didn't show any gameplay, so I don't know. This might be quite interesting, and also a weekly type of thing might be very, very cool. Now from these, basically the drop will stay the same from sorties, but you also get Archon Shards. Now these Archon Shards can be used in the helmet system to install on your Warframes. Now there's 3 variants, so they basically have blue, yellow, and I guess azure. You have Ember, and then you have the red one, which I forgot what it's called, types of azure shards, and you also have I guess stronger ones, I forgot what they're called, tangent, something like that, ones which are a little bit stronger, have a stronger effect, and these 3 can be equipped on your Warframe, a maximum of 5, and depending on which one you want to choose. Now, they said that Ember is sort of utility, red is sort of, I guess, attack and damage and strength, and then blue is sort of defense, so making your Warframes even more stronger, so that's very, very cool. And also, these shards are a permanent buff. They are not temporary, they are a permanent buff to your Warframe's stats. So, you know, increasing stuff like shields, armor, power strength, damage, and stuff like that is going to be permanent. And as I said, you can equip 5 of them. So that is going to be very, very interesting. And I already have a video topic planning towards that. So that is very, very cool. They did talk about Zaku's Deluxe skin. They said it's going to come around somewhere near, I don't know, November, somewhere where Duvieri probably is going to come out, so keep that in mind. But yeah, the Devstream 163 recapped in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, do leave a like, a comment, and do subscribe for more content. And I will see you guys on the next one. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.